He's doing well. Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. Also, this podcast, I have a couple of podcasts on Spotify. One of them is Dr. Boyce Daily Stock Market. So if you go look up Dr. Boyce Daily Stock Market on Spotify, you'll find me there. That's where I do regular daily updates on what's going on in the stock market and some things that I find interesting. Also, if you stick around to the end of the video, I will give you a profit alert on a stock that I'm about to buy, one that I believe is going to do well, one that I believe is going to go up. Again, nothing's guaranteed when it comes to investing, but there are some guesses that are better than others. There are some investments that are better than others. So as you come in, please hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I hope that you're all doing well. I want to talk a little bit about Apple. Apple has made a really interesting deal with Chat GPT. Apple has done something that I've always felt like they needed to do, which is to integrate Chat GPT into the iPhone. And I think that this is going to be a smart move for Apple. I think Apple has made a decision that finally I can agree with. I didn't like the stock for a little while. It seemed like they were sinking, and I still think it could be overvalued, but this reduces the problems with Apple stock. And before I move on into that, though, I want to ask everybody, can you give me a quick yes in the chat to let me know you can hear me, or just say something to let me know you can hear me? I like to look at the chat too, because sometimes I come in here and for whatever reason, sometimes I'll have an audio issue or something. So if you could let me know you can hear me okay, just give me a quick yes, or let me know what city you're from. Shout out the name of your business, or put your B1 in the chat. B1 means Black First. We put our community at the top of our priority list. Okay, thank you, Kathleen. And I see Sheila and True Sigma, Roderick, Ida. Good morning, Kevon. All right, so let me go ahead and give you an overview of this move by Apple and why I think you should pay attention and why I think it's interesting. And also, if you want to know, do I think Apple's a good stock to be invested in? I can't tell you what to invest in because I do not give investing advice on this platform. But what I can tell you is that I did not sell my stake in Apple. I do own some shares in the company, so can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you what I'm doing. All right, so basically, in case you don't know, Apple's going to integrate Chat GPT into their devices. Has anybody heard about this? Anybody hear about the deal that they made? It was a very surprising deal because Chat GPT is closely aligned with Microsoft. And I didn't know that they would make a deal like that, but I think that's the right deal for Apple. I think that Apple was concerned because they were going to integrate Google. And unfortunately, Google's just been a complete doo-doo show in terms of how they've rolled out their AI technology. I never would have thought Google would have as many public blunders as they've had, but Google's really embarrassed itself when it comes to AI. And I don't know what's going on with that company, but something weird's happening. And it's almost when they talk about go woke, go broke. And I almost feel like sometimes companies can go a little bit too woke or something. I'm not sure, but the mistakes they made have been crazy. Like did anybody see that where their chatbot basically wouldn't draw white people or something? Like you would ask about Vikings, like draw a Viking, and it would draw like a black woman. And no, I mean, don't get me wrong, black women are amazing, and y'all done pretty much contributed to everything in the history of all existence that was ever great. But I don't remember any black female Vikings. But they would draw stuff like that, or they'd ask them to draw a German soldier during World War II because you know they can't say the N word, the word that rhymes with Yahtzee. And so they would ask them to draw a German soldier in World War II, and they would draw like an Asian man, and they're like, no, there were no Asian men in Hitler's army. So anyway, that's the chaos that that's kind of been out there. That Google has committed to, which I think has probably caused Apple to say, whoa, I don't know if we want to be affiliated with this company because AI is kind of a different beast. AI is requiring companies to release products that are not quite ready for prime time yet, just to get more data so they can make it better. Apple doesn't do that. Typically, when Apple releases something, it's already pretty close to perfect. It's already on top of its game. So for Apple to affiliate itself with a company that is going to struggle in that way is not quite common. Now, anyway, let's dive into some of the features of this agreement between ChatGPT and Apple. First of all, ChatGPT is going to be integrated into all Apple devices, and it's going to upgrade Siri's functionality. I think that's a great move because Siri sucks. It sucks so bad that I never use it. And so for Siri to be as smart as the lady I talk to every morning on AI with Chat GPT would just be a wonderful thing. And if you don't know what I mean when I say Chat GPT and AI and all that, I encourage you to go research that. I think it's something you don't want to be left behind on. Also, Apple has great privacy and security features. They're pretty good at keeping their privacy promises. If you remember, they had a battle with Mark Zuckerberg not long ago over data privacy, and Zuckerberg got pretty upset because they basically just sort of basically let the consumers choose which data they wanted to release to Facebook and these other companies. And Zuckerberg got pretty mad because he's used to people not protecting their data, which has allowed him to make a couple $100 billion. Apple's pretty good at protecting that, but at the same time, I would encourage you to just be really thoughtful about that, because to me, the way they're describing the features of these chatbots, and Microsoft, has rolled out some stuff where they would take a screenshot of your laptop every 5 seconds and save every single thing you've ever done. I don't know if everybody wants that. And then they sort of had to roll that back and say, no, 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 no. You don't have to sign up for it if you don't want to. But I think it's kind of too late. And I think even if the company promises, like, no, don't worry, don't worry. The computer is going to know everything about you, but it's not going to remember everything about you. How many of y'all believe that? Give me a yes or no. How many of y'all believe that they're just going to take in all your information, and then they're not going to ever do anything with it? That there's no probability that a hacker won't get access to it. There's no probability that they're not going to eventually sell it to somebody. There's no probability that there's a loophole. There's no probability that it's ever going to get out. How many of y'all really believe that? Give me a yes or no. I hope you put no in the chat. If you put yes in the chat, then we got to talk after class, because I feel kind of bad for you, because you don't know how the world works. You don't know how capitalism works. And so I would almost say that when it comes to protecting your data and your private life and stuff like that, I'm a believer that conservatism is the best route to take. I don't believe in just jumping on any new technology that comes along and just sort of using it recklessly. I think using it with caution is important, but you also have to be involved. You can't just put your head under a rock, because this AI thing really is a game changer. All right. So anyway, before I move on, do me a favor, please hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. You're watching drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. We are B1 in this space. B1 means we're Black first. That means we put our community at the top of our priority list. And also, some of you who wanted to know more about stock market investing and want to get better at it, I did a whole weekend long training that you can have. It's totally, it's not free, but it's a small fee, but it won't cost you $50,000 like college did. I think it's like $60 or $70 or something, and it's yours for life. So feel free to go to thedrboycemethod.com. I patented the Dr. Boyce method, which basically allows you to, there's an 11-step process I put together that effectively helps you pick stocks for your portfolio. So feel free to go to thedrboycemethod.com. You can share this with your family or your friends or whoever the case may be. So that's the drboycemethod.com. And also, this podcast is on Spotify. If you look up Dr. Boyce Daily Stock Market, you can find me on Spotify. All right, so let's finish up. Let's keep talking about Apple here. Apple made this partnership with Chat GPT. They have excellent productivity tools that they can create together. I could see, scheduling, reminders, email management, stuff like that coming out of that, where eventually the AI doesn't just sit there and know everything about you. They can actually get things done for you. So that means if you want to plan a trip, I assume that at some point the AI will be able to find the best trips and the best tickets, and according to your preferences, go ahead and make the purchase for you, which I think is going to be awesome. Also, it's going to give Apple the competitive advantage that they've been waiting for. Apple has been dogged pretty bad because they kind of fell behind, Google and Amazon and some of these other companies and Microsoft when it comes to AI. Well, Apple's arriving late to the party, but they're, when they arrive late, they have a grand entrance to the party and they tend to jump into the lead. So this is kind of one of those moves that's pretty interesting to me. Also, they have a huge community full of developers and also a big customer base. So the fact that Apple can roll something out to a couple billion people is pretty amazing. They have that hardware infrastructure. They have that big platform for apps and developers and all that they're all committed to. They have strong brand loyalty. They have a wonderful ecosystem between the iPhone, iPad, Mac, Apple Watch, all that stuff that allows all this to be integrated across multiple platforms. And Apple just does quality. They're super innovative. They have high quality stuff, and I just really think that that Chat GPT gives Apple a beautiful upgrade that they actually need. And then Apple gives Chat GPT an upgrade, because I believe that they're going to do it right. I believe that Apple is going to put their beautiful brand on it, And in fact, they're so slick about it that they don't even call it. They're almost like the Jay-Z of technology, in my opinion. And what I mean by that is Jay-Z, if you notice, Jay-Z doesn't do what everybody else does. Like Jay-Z doesn't even have a Twitter account. Everybody else has, 20 million, 30 million followers. All the big rappers do on Twitter and Instagram. Jay-Z doesn't have an Instagram. He doesn't have a Twitter, right? So Jay-Z kind of does what Apple does, where they kind of put themselves in this special space where they say, look, we're so good, we're so original, we're so powerful, we don't have to go and do what everybody else is doing. So they literally don't even call it artificial intelligence. Apple has rebranded the commodity of artificial intelligence and they call it Apple intelligence. So they say, look, you can get artificial intelligence anywhere, but you can only get Apple intelligence from Apple. So shout out to Apple for how they're pursuing this. I think this is a great move. Do I think that the stock could be a good investment because of this? Perhaps, especially once the market dips, and I believe the stock market is going to give you it's going to burn you this year. Not to say I don't want to say it like that. I want to make anybody scared or hurt your feelings, but I just really feel like when things are going this well for this long, something bad is bound to happen. And so if you know anything about investing, that's a great opportunity for you. And I hope that you're investing. Let me know if you're investing consistently. I hope that you're investing consistently. I need you to take your financial vitamins. Take your financial vitamins every day, and that'll keep you healthy. Buy a stock a day will keep the doctor away, right? So basically, if you're out here and you're investing consistently, you're going to have fewer financial problems than people who don't. Investing is a beautiful way to save money. It's also a beautiful way to build a legacy. It's a beautiful way to give yourself security, and it's a beautiful way to give yourself access to all the things that money cannot buy. So anyway, I'm about to go, guys. I wanted to, as I promised, I would give you a stock that I like. And actually, before I do that, could I ask you really quick? Could you please hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe? And I want to remind you, if you can't get enough, if you really like hanging out with me, we do morning class. We do money in the morning. It's financial consciousness training where I teach you economic elevation and we talk about financial consciousness. A lot of people don't talk about what it means to be financially conscious. They might say, terms like money mindset, which is tangentially related, but there's an awareness and a consciousness that that wealthy people have and that wealth builders have that I want you to have. And as a finance professor, again, I'm not a financial influencer. I'm a financial scientist. And so the financial science is something I want you to integrate into your life so you walk away from the get rich quick schemes. You'll walk away from all the silly ways that people are telling you to build money. You'll walk away from the scammers and the nonsense that exists all over the internet and learn tried and true wealth building fundamental processes that have worked for thousands of years. So that's what Money in the Morning does. So if you'd like to join us, the class is 100% free. I wanted to do this free. Because I want to talk to as many people as possible. And we do this every single morning, 7 days a week at 10 a.m. You can text the word morning to 87948. I'll send you an invitation. And if you don't want to text morning to 87948 or you live in another country, you can also go to drboyceelevate.com and you can sign up there as well, drboyceelevate.com. All right, so let me give you the stock that I like right now. The stock that I'm about to buy is NRIX, ticker symbol NRIX. That's Nancy, Rico, India, xylophone. NRIX, that's Nurix Therapeutics. Now, again, no guarantees. I can't tell you what the stock market's going to do. There's something called the random walk hypothesis, which pretty much says that you cannot predict what an individual stock is going to do. So I want to throw out that caveat. But with that said, though, there's some evidence to say that this is a good buy, that this stock has some potential over the next 3 to 5 years. So that's the stock that I'm literally going to go to E-Trade and purchase right now because I buy stock almost every single day of the week, and I encourage you to do the same. All right, guys. So if you want to join me in class later, I'll see you then. Also, if you want to learn how to generate income by selling stock options, it is a great way to make money. It is so much fun. And I don't talk to you about, the way people do options online. A lot of people talk about it like gambling. Like if you put up $1,000, you can turn it into 10,000 and all that. I think that that's risky. The research shows that buying out of the money call options is a losing investment strategy. It just looks good. It looks like it's winning now because the market is doing so well. The reason everyone's telling you about all the money they're making with options and all the options plays that they're making is because the market's doing well. When the market's doing well, it's easy to make money. When the market's doing well, even Stevie Wonder can see the money. It's easy to make money in an up market. But what happens is they don't tell you what happens when the market goes south and you're losing thousands of dollars. So I'm more of a conservative investor. I'm more into ways of generating income, consistent income from your options, and using them as a more comprehensive way to manage your risk, but to also increase your income. And I've actually had students quit their jobs, quite a few of them. So feel free to go to drboyceprime.com if you're interested in that, or you can also text the word money to 87948, and I'll send you a training called How to Make Money Without Working. I think you're going to like it. I know you're going to like it. So text the word money to 87948 if you'd like to take a look. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. And again, our stock for the day is Nurix Therapeutics, NRIX. Sorry, did I say, yeah, NRIX? Did I say NIRX? Rebecca wrote NIRX. I don't think I got the ticker wrong. No, it's NRIX. So NRIX. So somebody type that in the chat so everybody can have it. And I'm going to go buy my shares right now. So I'll see you guys in class. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. Thank you so much for listening. Peace.